Okay, filming outside today since it's a beautiful day here in Ohio. Getting to be the middle of March and we got about a 55-degree day. So I really like this kind of weather. So hopefully the lighting and everything's okay. These are the electrolyte box wrenches. I'm going to go ahead and put in the video there, the before pictures, or you can look back at the last video. The process that I did was I put everything, I cleaned them, grams of citric acid, 50 grams of washing powder, and a little bit of Dawn dish soap, some water, hot water, and I put the wrenches in a Ziploc bag and I added that solution to them, and then I submerged that bag with the wrenches in it in my ultrasonic cleaner, and that was just to kind of keep the ultrasonic cleaner, the overall of that solution clean, to keep it from contaminating the whole of it, and keeping from cleaning it out as much, and that worked real well. And as you can see, they came out real well. When they come out of there, they were a little black, so I hit them with the wire wheel, the ones that were the worst, and then I went on to a green fiber wheel. Took them all through on the green fiber wheel. Then I went on to, I have a red fiber wheel, took them all through on the red fiber wheel, and then I have a 2000 grit polishing wheel, and that was the final step. Then just wipe them down, and that's what I did with the wrenches. I'll put a picture of the wheels I used, a link to them in the video. The next thing I did was this nice Starrett thread pitch gauge. Turned out real super nice. Put that in the solution, soaked it same. Didn't take it to the wire wheel, just took it through the fiber wheels and the polishing wheel. And that's how that turned out. Was real happy with that. Glad to have that. The J.H. Williams wrench. It was in pretty good shape. I did not take that through the ultrasonic bath or anything. I just went through the fiber wheels with it. That's all I did. And that's how it turned out. It was real clean to begin with, so wasn't much rust removal there needed. No ultrasonic bath. The sockets were real rusty, dirty, or you want to call it. There was a couple had some rust on them. Most of them were just real dirty. They all went through the ultrasonic bath. Once they came out of the ultrasonic bath, the next step I did with them that I didn't do with the wrenches is I put them in my vibrating tumbler, and it has a green kind of shard glass media in it. Let them tumble for about an hour. It put a pretty decent polish on them. Then when they came out, didn't hit them with the wire wheel, just went through the fiber wheels and the polishing, and they turned out super good. Really impressed. The Craftsman with the long C and the circle H just turned out phenomenal. There were some Craftsmen that had the long C, but they didn't have the circle H, so a little different series. They cleaned up pretty good too. Not as well as the circle H. They cleaned up, but different series or whatever plant that they came out of, whatever process they used to make these. Used the same process to clean them up. They still had just the finish on them, just didn't come out quite as nice as the Circle H. But yeah, lay them down there. There's a few in there that weren't the Circle H, but they just come out really good from what they were. You can look back at the last video or the before and after pictures, and just really good. I had some a 3/8 and a half inch joint. They come out really good. That was just this miscellaneous socket that is that I had some questions on. Kind of like a 6-point on one end and like this on the other, no markings. Clean that up, and well, that's how everything cleaned up there, and I'm really happy with the result. I'm gonna keep doing everything kind of the same way. Worked great. The Ziploc bags worked real good with the rust dissolving homemade solution. Kept the ultrasonic cleaner clean for the most part. Inexpensive. Can make a lot of that cheap at home. I don't exactly remember what it cost me, but the washing soda and the citric acid, a little goes a long ways. Dawn dish soap is great, cheap. Ziploc bags are cheap, and kind of look for some with a heavier mill, because they take a little bit of the vibration in the ultrasonic cleaner. If you got stuff in there that's got a little bit of a sharp edge or something, they may get some pinholes in them and kind of defeat the purpose of trying to keep your ultrasonic cleaner from getting contaminated. And now I'm going to turn to some things I picked up this week. Facebook Marketplace had an estate sale listed. It was just a private little sale. They're doing a house clean out. I'm going to get over here. I went to the estate sale. The lady's father had passed away earlier in the year, and she was here from out of state. The house had been sold. They were just cleaning it out. There was just a ton of stuff. She had some college kids there that she had hired to help with the clean out. Had a dumpster container like totally full with a ton of stuff that I personally would have liked to have gone through and would have probably kept a lot of it. But she was going back to her home the next day. She was short on time. I was short on time. So everything was going in the dumpster and they had to have the house cleaned out the next day. So it was unfortunate. I asked her, if I could look around real quick. She said, yeah, and I found a few things in the garage, and it was just, packed. But I found this, I guess you'd call it an axe mallet, but it had this combed edge there on the end, and it was different. I picked it up, looked it up. It seems to be some kind of a stonemason's hatchet, from the best I can tell. Let me know in the comments if anybody's seen one. It got some markings on it. I'm going to clean it up and see what I can find there. The second thing I found was this Miller Tools little small hand vise that clamps right on your bench. Kind of in comparison to that, found two little small tiny hammers, a little small ball peen, this little hammer here, and then when she was coming out, I looked in the big container, the big dumpster, and this old clamp-on hand grinder was in that dumpster. He come out, I said, all those stuff you're throwing away, are you looking to get rid of any of that? And she goes, anything in that dumpster you can have. So I saved this grinder. I took it apart today, cleaned out the insides, just wiped it off. I couldn't see any markings on it. There's like a little bit of a label, but you can't read it. But yeah, it works like it's new. And so I was happy to save that. And then this whole kind of just old wooden chest here was sitting there on the ground, and so I picked that up just to carry the tools back to my car. And spinning around here, kind of got the half lid, a little morbid, maybe like a coffin or something. Got one end there bent, but it helped to get me my stuff back to the car. Now you can see that as it had this real neat antique hardware on one end, and I hated to see that just go in the trash, so made a nice little carrying case to carry my stuff back to the car. And I asked the lady, I said, well, what would you like to have for these things here? And she says, I would just like for you to have them. I said, no, please let me have some. She goes, all this stuff was my father's, and she goes, we've been cleaning this house out for several days, and he just kept everything, and it was his treasures, but I'll look at it as junk. She goes, so please take it. You're helping me, and that's that much less I got to put in the dumpster. I said, well, I will treasure it, and thank you, and I'm gonna treasure it. And so that all this stuff here was free, and I'm not gonna, this will be stuff I hang on to just because of the story. It's not stuff I'm gonna take to the flea market. And I told her, her father may rest in peace, but this was his treasure, and I'm gonna treasure it. There's a lot of the, I like to go to the estate sales and the flea market and stuff is the story. So yeah, I'm gonna treasure that stuff there. So that's what I got this week. Go ahead and please like and subscribe. Support my channel. Trying to grow here. Little unorganized here at first. Trying to get these videos down, so I'm sorry, I apologize. They're still a little choppy, a little lost for words. I'm trying to get better at that. News for the channel. Having a big shed / garage built in the spring here, and the channel will move to there, and along with my collection and my refurbishing and my video shoots, because right now I'm kind of doing everything out of the garage. And maybe some of you have the same problem. Put in the comments. I'm kind of packed in there, falling over myself, and I really shouldn't be bringing anything else home, but maybe I got a problem. Hate to let other people's treasures end up in the trash. So that's what I got for this week. Thanks, everybody. See you soon.